Well, today is the final sort of inaugural start-up of the GPO clock system. Obviously it's been running and tested, adjusted, whatever, but today is the day it goes on. Let's see, an additional guest clock, which is a DCF clock to check the signal, which isn't working. So anyway, let's begin. Switch on the output power, put the fuse in, and hopefully we should get a light. There we go. Right, the meter's come up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start the sync pulse card, which is a card that's up in the barn, picks up the MSF signal. Now initially it will just put out seconds as soon as it starts. You'll see the red power light come on. If it's running, the seconds being received will be there we go. So what I will do now is start one of these clocks. I'm going to start the Mark IV, and I'll try and get it in sync with that, although the card itself will not synchronise until it's been past the minute epoch a couple of times, picks up the information from the DCF signal, from the MSF signal. So it's done. Wait for the hit toggle to trigger, there we go. Right, I'm now going to use my little MSF clock, seeing that the DCF one is not working. 17, 18, 19, 20, typical, I know, it would be, wouldn't it? 3, 24, 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Let's speed it up a little. Okay, now I'm going to set the count wheels on the master clock here. 2, 3, 54, we use a synchronizer. 57, 58, 59, 1, 2. That's that done. Looking at that. They've gone out of sync, see? Now that means that the MSF card is synced at the top of the minute, so I now actually need to do that again. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 46, 47. Right, okay, so I'm just going to spend a moment setting this clock up. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. There we go, that's now ready to go. Slightly out, isn't it? Let's speed it up a bit. Too fast. Dashboard. Right, now we'll start the Mark III clock. So this is the thing, DCF clock is still showing itself up. 2, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I'm doing now, I'm just centering up the 6 seconds wheel. So I've got it right, so hopefully a pulse in front. find out. Right, that's that. So that's the clock set. All I need to do is set the time. It's 10:57, so I'm actually already late. So we're going to advance on this clock to switch to 7:57 and a half. Okay, so now the pulse clocks, 30-second clocks up here are running. There's not much to do for another minute and a half or so I'll just edit that out. Right, we're coming up to 10:59, where I will start the 11:59, the 6 seconds clock. I'll show you all these components in a minute, but it's just getting the system working first. That is now working. I know you probably can't see it from there, but as I said, we'll come to that in a moment. And when it gets to the half minute, the synchronisation system for the seconds clocks will come on, which will hold them on the hour, so I can start them off. There we go. So what will happen is the seconds clocks will stop on the hour and wait for the system time to catch up, and then they will restart automatically. And if that happens, then we should be on and running. 59.9. Just turn the alley bell on. And there we go. Excellent. Well, let's come back at 1 and watch the daily synchronisation take place. So, back in a few seconds for you, about an hour for me. Right, I've set the clock slightly fast so you can see what the synchroniser does on the hour. There we go. Right, now the 30 seconds clocks are now synchronised, but it won't be until 2 o'clock that the seconds clock synchronise. So what we'll do is we'll just come back at 2 and have a look at how that happens. Right, it's coming up to 2. I'm just going to dump the DCF clock out of the way. It's really not having a good day, is it? Come on, Nick. Should have found somewhere to put it first. Well, what happens here, taking the cover off this GMT34, is that at 59.5 minutes past, the SP relay pulls in. Just missed that, but it's just actually pulled in. Could have done with turning a light on here. Right, okay, I've got the flash to work. So it's pulled in, the seconds clocks have got up to the hour early, and any moment now the system time will catch up. There we go, and off we go again. So for some reason this clock was a second out, which is really quite annoying. So you get to see a quick system adjustment here. Right, one extra pulse, here we go. Like that. Don't go out often, but on the other occasions it goes out, it goes out. So you should now see that the 1 seconds clocks are resynchronised with the 30 seconds clocks, and they will stay that way until 1 PM tomorrow. There we go, that sorted that out. So, here we have a Type 36 Mark III. The unusual things about this are that it has make before break contacts. Just try and get my thumb there to show you. and it also has the terminal blocks on the casting. I haven't finished tidying this up yet, thus all the tatty wiring, but that will be done. This is a Gents of Leicester. On the other side we have a Mark IV, which has the more simple make contacts there. And this was the first, Mark IV was the first Mark to have the terminal strip actually at the top here. They both have their own GMT relay sets. This is an earlier GMT 34/0 if you like, whereas this was a GMT 34/1, but I've reverted it back to a GMT 34 to run the synchronisers. These both have an SP relay in. Right, other component parts of the system are of course the 30-second pulse clocks, which there are several around the place. This is a 34, would have been used above switchboards. Every 15 minutes you would have a call count, and so that would indicate when the call count period was coming up, so the operators could actually count how many calls they put through, I guess. And back to the board, we've already had the 1 second clock, which is clock number 28. And one of the more unusual survivors is this clock number 32. Just open this up here. And every hour you'll see a little slot on the 60 minutes and on the 60 seconds, which is currently there. They line up and this contact here opens, which breaks one of the return paths for the current. The other return path is broken by the SP relay, that's normally close contact, in the hour. And the system is set to have a slight gaining rate, so the seconds clocks reach the hour a little early. And as you've already seen, when they get there they stop. And then when the 30-second clocks pulse, the relay drops in and off go the seconds clocks again. This is a clock 70A. There was also an earlier clock called a clock number 30, which I don't have unfortunately. So this is doing the job of that. Once a day at 1 PM, as you the contact here, it's my thumb, opens, set a notch there. And that turns on the MSF card to get the daily sync pulse a few minutes before, until a few minutes past 1 PM. 59.5 minutes, there's a little pin here which operates the SP relay to cut off the seconds clocks until it drops out exactly on the hour. Well, that's what that does. Here we have a bell number 56C, wide for single stroke working. Got a little switch here which you can either cut the bell off or give it a test. Just single stroke is a lot easier than having the thing just ringing for half a minute, so here we go. That's basically how that works. This is a fuse block for the GMT 34s, you have the fuse alarm. That's headset jack for the standby unit. Power for the clock, power for the relays, headset jack for the regular unit, clock relays, that's that. This is the changeover switch. It needs rewriting, it actually needs to be regular and standby. It actually works. I'll come back to the change in speed in a moment. The reason being that the simple make contacts of the clock Mark IV need a shorter duration than the changeover contacts of the Mark III clock. And so when you're on the Mark III clock you get a longer pulse. If I just change it back, you basically get the idea. Now while we're here, these are detector number 4s, these are just GPO meters, they were 4 range, which could be extended with auxiliary shunts and resistors which fitted on here. I'm basically just using them to show me the current Just a system monitor, got voltage here, got 1 second current, we've got a 30-second current here, which will be turning up in the next few seconds. I'm going to put it on the slow clock so you actually get a chance to see it. There we are. You can just about see that it stops on 180 before it dives down again. Right, what have we got next? Well, we've got the control unit. I made this out of mainly GPO parts. The lamp holders here. Bulging fuse holders, 36A fuse holders. Main power, sync power, 1 second clocks and 30-second clock circuits. We've got some key switches. With these, 1 second hour stop means that I can flick it up and they will just stop when they get to whatever the next hour is. Normal position for run is in normal position in the middle here for all of these. So you can see from things at the bottom, I can just switch the 1 second clock straight up. 6 second advance, normal and stop. Bell test. Easy enough, inside it. And this is for the sync card. In the normal position, it will come on with the clock 78, a few minutes before and after 1 PM. Manual sync just turns it off, you just sync the clocks manually. But continued run, just powers it up. There we go. Right. So, main power, fuse alarm, obviously, sync code just seen, sync clock pulse is coming back just to indicate straight on again, just indicate that it's working. And these are the outputs from the GMT, depending which one's switched in. You'll see the change in speed if I whack the changeover switch down. Okay, so we're done now. Just waiting for the minute to come up. There we go. Right, this is a 6 second pulse clock. There we go, 1, 2, 3. It was used to measure the accuracy of the smaller Master Clock 46 and works off, because the Clock 46 does not have a 30-second pulse, they designed this clock which works on a 6 second pulse. Therefore it's 2:15.6 of a minute, and that's a decimal 0.7 of a minute. So it's every 6 seconds, 60 seconds in a minute, it's a tenth of a minute. 2:15.9 coming up to 2:16. There we go, 2:16. Just to show you that it actually works there. So that pretty much is it at the moment. Just a load of components and spares over here. Several more clocks to be put up when I get a chance to do it. 64A, it's number 2. That's actually a synchronome clock. I may or may not be able to get it work with the circuit, I don't know. But as far as it goes at the moment, this is the GPO clock system, which I hope you've all enjoyed looking at. I just need to go and put the can covers back on now. And maybe pay the telephone to focus. Would you focus on that today, or yeah, that's a dream of mine. Oh, there we go. Okay, well that's nice. This is a clock 58A, which has a single silvered 10-inch dial, octagonal mahogany wall clock. Its use was restricted to single rooms occupied by persons entitled to a card. Clock number 6, general wall clock, 18-inch dial, 22-inch diameter. Used to have one in the basement frame room at Holborn. That's a very large clock you can see from a distance. This is a clock number 4 from Gents. It's about 1924, so it's quite an earlier one. You've got terminals on the top here. There we go, put a light on it. Still works perfectly well, it's just on a maintenance stand at the moment. waiting a little bit of adjustment. Clock number 2, 10-inch wall, 10-inch dial wall clock. Well, actually, might be an 8-inch dial wall clock. I have to check that. It's about 1930s that one, maybe 40s. Clock 64 general wall clock from the 60s, early 70s, I guess. Looking it up, it's 12-inch dial. Spun resin case, that one. They tend to break rather a lot. The annoying thing with these clocks is they didn't have. They didn't have a little sort of hook you can hook on the wall. You have to screw these into the wall with they're called a concealed mirror suspension hinge. Then working on these was a right pain. You couldn't just take it off the wall and fix it. You had to try and flip the thing up, balance it on your head while holding it with the other hand and undoing the screw. Nightmare. These got replaced for 76As and 96As rather quickly. So anyway, having now got the clock system up and running, it's really quite interesting to see how complicated it is. And admittedly they had simpler systems just for large post offices, sorting offices where they were running mainly clocks, but it was also used, I suppose, primarily in telephone exchanges where they had supervisory lamps, different timing of pulses, operators boards, timing of calls and all sorts of things, which explains the complication of the whole system, needing 1, 6, 30-second pulses, having all these extra bits to it. And it's really nice just to have a good piece of our heritage up and running. It's quite pleasant watching it too. So if you're ever in the area, you're welcome to come and see it. Scaly out.